guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juana and I am the Crafty Puerto Rican. If you are new to my channel, welcome. So today what I'm going to be doing is completing an order, and I need to embroider a shirt and a handkerchief. So I'm going to be using the Hoop Master and also the 5x5 chest logo fixture. I'm going to be doing a chest logo on this shirt. So I decided I'm going to show you how is it that I go through the process from beginning to the end. Yeah. So guys, remember this shirt? I did this shirt on my last video. I used the Cricut infusible ink sheets, and I did this one. Okay, so this is a way you can do sublimation without having to have a sublimation printer. If you're interested on that, you can go back to that video and watch the whole process from beginning to end. So you guys, let's go at it. So I'm using the Hoop Master together with the Freestyle 5x5 fixture. Also, I'm going to be using the Mighty Hoop 5x5 with it. I'm going to be embroidering a t-shirt, and it's an extra large t-shirt. And also right here is the design that I'm going to be embroidering. This is a pin-up from Embroidery. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking off the adjusters, and I have some video tutorials that I show how to use the Hoop Master and also how to place the different freestyle units on them. So this is a 5x5 fixture, and I'm gonna be looking for the size that is gonna correspond for the size of the shirt. It's an extra large, so based on the instructions for a size extra large, you have to look for the number 20 on the board. First thing I had to do before I do that is take off the baseboard in the back. It's a two-piece that you separate. And like I said, if you go back to my videos, I explain exactly how to do that. So now I can see through, and I'm going to be looking for the number 20. And these numbers, I got it from a booklet that come included on the Hoop Master fixture or Hoop Master that tells you the numbers that you need to use depending on the size of the shirt. So all you have to do is look for the number, push the board down, and you're in business. So next is placing the hoop. Just the same way you place it on the table, you're gonna place it there, same position. And now I'm using the cutaway stabilizer, putting it in place. Like I said before, all of these are explained with more detail on my tutorial on how to use this board. I just realized that I have placed the board in number 16 and instead of a 20. And yeah, I'm glad that I realized that, because yeah, it would have made a big difference on the placement of the logo. It would have been just off because this is an extra large t-shirt. So for the t-shirt, based on the instructions, numbers, I'm supposed to be looking for the letter E on the top and make sure that the neck is like, you know, more or less in top of the letter E marking, and also making sure that the seam of the shirt on the top are placed in position and that the shirt is completely straight. I'm looking, I'm feeling for the seam, and the seam is in nice and aligned with the board. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is just placing the top part of the hoop on the brackets right there. And this, all I have to do is push it down and it's done. And that's it. And then just take it off. Let me clear some space so that I can work with the t-shirt. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is just placing my printout of the design in the hoop. I already center it right there. I'm using the hoop markings to let me know where to put the design based on my Embroidering printout. And this is the booklet that comes with the hoop master. In that side, it explains you exactly, depending on the size of the shirt, what numbers are going to be looking on the board and what letter you're going to be looking around the neck to make sure that you have a perfect placement of the shirt. And this is like a guide that tells you if you want to do it manually, how to measure the center of the logo for the shirts from and back. Let's take this baby to the embroidery machine. So I'm checking right now that the shirt is not under the hoop, that everything is clear in the back, because sometimes when you put the hoop, if you're not pending, the fabric could be under the hoop. So like you've seen me done before, I'm just gonna start with the placement or not the placement, the centering of the needle, making sure that the needle is centered, that the design is centered, and that the needle clears the hoop. Make sure that that needle is not going to hit, and that you do that with any kind of hoop, not only the mighty hoops. You also should do this with the machine original hoop and with the mighty hoop. Just make sure that that needle is going to clear the hoop, okay? And like I always say, trace, trace, and trace. And now that I know that I'm in place, I don't need the printout anymore. So now I'm choosing the color. It's only one color, which is number 3. And that's the design right there. And I'm going to start the embroidering process. with the stitch out, and let's go to the table. And the stitched out came out beautifully. I tested it before in another piece of fabric and it came out great also. So the digitizer that I used for this design did a wonderful job. I'm very happy about it. Let's take this baby off the hoop. Very nice. I'm sure the customer is gonna love it. The next thing I'm gonna be doing now is trim the cutaway stabilizer, and then I'm gonna be also be placing some cloud cover to cover the stitches. Cloud cover is similar to Tender Touch, and I've been using it for a long time. I get it usually from Amazon. So here it is. Love it. Perfect positioning. Nice and clean. Clean lines. I love it. So the next thing we're going to be working on right now, I'm going to be starting doing the handkerchiefs. Okay. And for this, I'm going to be using the infant station. I had other videos showing how I do my handkerchiefs, and infant station is perfect for it. I'm going to be readjusting the size because the last work that I did, I used a 5x5. And in this case, I'm going to be using a 4x4 mighty hoop with the infant station. If you want to know how I do my handkerchief with more detail, I have a whole video that I was working in order that had 24 handkerchiefs, and I go into details on how I do this. For this, I'm using tearaway stabilizer as opposed to cutaway. And I do use some individual sheets, 8x8 size, 8 inches by 8 inches, because for those small hoops, to me, they're very convenient. I tend to waste less this way. For the other jobs, like the shirts and stuff like that, and garments, big garments, I use the roll. I use the tearaway and cutaway in a roll. So I already positioned the printout of the design into the handkerchief. And I'm going to be using also a topper, a water-soluble topper, just to give her extra support because, you know, handkerchiefs fabric is very thin. So it works for me. I want to make sure that the design is placed perfectly into that V shape and center in there. So I notice it's a little bit off, so I'm just repositioning a little bit to make sure that, you know, it's in the perfect place that I want it. So that's the place that I want it. And the next thing that I'm gonna do is just place the hoop. Here you have it, nice and easy. Just to show you that the infant station is not only for garments, you can use it for a lot of other things. Just want to make sure that it's exactly what I want. It's looking good, a little bit off again. And I'm trying to use the hoop markings, center markings with the embroidery center markings to make sure that it's in place and it looks beautiful. So let's go to the embroidery machine. Same steps as before, tracing, tracing. This is a smaller hoop, so I want to make sure that the needle is clearing the borders of the hoop. So let's take off the printout and place the water-soluble stabilizer. I usually tape the corners of it, so it doesn't get all bunched up in the hoop. The table. So what I'm doing right now is just taking off the pieces of water-soluble stabilizer. I do not wet the fabric. I just try to pick as much as I can of the fabric. And I'm cleaning off all the little tails that are left from the stitch out. This size of the design is the same size that I used to embroider the cap. So this is the end product, and if you noticed, there is a cap included. I did embroider this cap in my previous video. I think it was 2 videos before this one. It's all about how to embroider a cap on a multi-needle machine. If you want to know how to do it, go back to that video. So you guys, thank you for spending this time with me. And if you're new to my channel and you have not subscribed yet, consider subscribing. I do release new content every week. Don't forget to click the notification bell so that you can receive notification of every future video. Also, guys, don't forget to give me the thumb up. That will help me grow my channel. I will see you pretty soon. See you later. Bye-bye. Hasta luego.